Hello, my friends. I have my hair in a ponytail. Something that I do regularly on this channel is review tablets and talk about tech, something that I absolutely love doing. I think it's my favorite part of my job. Tech reviews, tech sponsorships, also gaming sponsorships. All of those things are my favorite. It's a weird, maybe niche for an artist, but as somebody who digitally paints as part of her job, tech is very important to me, especially as somebody who also edits. All of my job is done on the computer. I get to try out a lot of tablets, and I'm very fortunate to be in this position, and I love giving them away to you guys whenever the chance arises. But in all of these years of trying out most every tablet brand out there at this point, I've tried out so many different brands at this point, and I would say that I'm pretty particular about the tablets that I really like and that suit my work process. I will let you know some of the things that I look for when reviewing tablets and trying them out, but the one that stuck with me for over 5 years at this point is what we're going to be talking about today. Essentially, at this point, any tablets that I've tried out, reviewed, I'll finish the review and go back to this tablet for my daily painting, and it is the Huion WH1409 version 2 tablet. Today I'm going to be using Clip Studio Paint to create a digital painting. I'm going to talk about the process a little bit and about why I particularly love this tablet. The only warning I have for you today is I'm so sorry for this. And if you didn't make this connection before me telling you, put this connection in your head. The painting that I made today, I love. I think it's so beautiful. It's so cute. If you watch Love Island, it looks like a specific person in the newest Love Island season. It wasn't intended. Do with that what you will. Hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video and subscribe for more videos, and hit the notification bell. Stick around if you'd like to see my content. I try to upload weekly, as well as giveaways. I do a lot of giveaways on this channel for art supplies and tablets etc that I try out and I'm not going to implement in my daily life. Okay, let's go. I want to mention that there are two things I don't prefer in tablets, and this might be something that you do personally, and it will affect my opinion of this tablet and which is my favorite. I don't prefer display tablets personally. I truly don't know what it is. They're not my favorite. Out of every display tablet that I've ever used, even the best ones, to me don't show the color of the painting as well as just my laptop screen does. It's one of those tiny negatives that actually makes a big impact on whether I'll start a digital painting or not. And so I've realized that when I use just a regular pen tablet with no display, I'm much more likely to create a digital painting. This is completely personal preference. That is not to say that I don't want to continue reviewing display tablets in the future, because I know that a lot of people do prefer them, and they are, for a lot of people, even the industry standard. I completely understand that that is my personal preference. And the second thing that's not really important to me in tablets is the tablet shortcuts. I know this is a big one for people. I can't speak to how you will like the shortcuts on this tablet, but from just a glance, they seem to be good. I'm used to using my keyboard keys as shortcuts, especially since I try out so many tablets that the learning curve to set that all up to me is not worth the time. And because I'm left-handed, I don't really like aesthetically to flip a tablet over and have the words and the logo be upside down so that I can use the shortcuts with my right hand. These will impact how I view this tablet as my favorite, so if those are very important to you, take this review with a grain of salt. I also want to mention that this is not a sponsored video. I have been gifted this tablet so many years ago. I had originally been gifted version 1 from Huion. The way that reviews work, they ask you if you want to review a tablet and send it over. You don't have to say anything nice or positive about the tablet. You're just asked to create a review for it. They had originally sent me version 1, which needed the pen to charge, and version 1 was my favorite tablet back when I tried it as well. I had used it for months, and when they sent me version 2 with the pen that was battery free, I was so pumped, because that was the only negative for me for the tablet. I will talk about all of that in just a second. But first off, let's talk about the price. The price for this tablet is $179 USD, which I personally think is a fantastic price for a good quality tablet that will serve you in the long run. I have also reviewed more budget tablets. If I am going to be completely honest with you, I don't think that you need a very expensive tablet for it to run well and to be so good for you. So this would be, in my opinion, a mid-range price for a tablet. Especially for this size, I think it is a great deal, and for being my very favorite tablet, I recommend it. But that is completely up to your own preference and budget. Let's talk about my very first main pro for this tablet. The working surface is 13.8 inches by 8.6. As a serious digital artist, a large surface is so important to making sure that I'm making broad gestures and not limiting myself to wrist movements that would be detrimental to my health in the long run. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I always recommend getting a larger tablet versus a smaller tablet if the convenience of the size and portability is not your concern. Smaller tablets will limit your wrist movements and can really mess up your wrists. Having a larger tablet will allow you to use your whole arm when you're making gestures and will give you that freedom to move a bit more than a smaller tablet. The second reason that I love this tablet is because of the pen. The shape of the pen is easy to use for hours. I never have to take a break from painting because the pen is too uncomfortable to use. This is something that other tablets with skinnier pens are an issue for me, but the way that it has this rubber grip and is a little bit thicker is so comfortable for extended work, as well as for the shape of the pen. I love the bounce of the tip. This is something that I find is very specific to Huion tablets, and it's my personal preference. There's a lot of other companies that don't have quite so much of a bouncy pen tip. This is not to say that those other tablets and other brands are poorly made or not suitable for others, but this pen is my personal preference and helps me to maintain this elasticity in my arm and my movements as I'm painting. Lastly, about the pen, it's battery free, which is pretty standard for most all tablet pens at this point. It's not quite like a crazy pro for this tablet as opposed to others, but it is important because it is the version 2 change. This tablet also supports wireless connection with up to around 15 hours of battery life, which is cool. And my last pro is that this tablet is very light even for its large size. I have one con for this tablet, and that is that it is a pain to carry around because of how large it is. If you're not planning on commuting with it, it's my recommendation. If you are planning on traveling with it, if you're taking it to work or to school, I really recommend getting a smaller tablet just because this tablet never fit in any of my backpacks. My backpacks have always had a double zipper, so I've always had a corner sticking out where the two zippers are meeting kind of in the middle at the top. It's just so large and it takes up a lot of table space as well. The size of it is definitely the pro for me because I don't have to carry it around, but if you're looking for a portable tablet, I do not recommend this one. Hopefully this was a little bit useful for you, and if you're interested in checking out this tablet, I will have it linked in the description. That's honestly all I have to say about this tablet. There's not quite a lot of fancy features to it. It's just such a solid, easy to use, ergonomic tablet. It's my favorite, and I'm not really quite sure if one will beat it. If there is going to be a tablet in the future that will be better than this one, I'm so excited to try it because this one really is pretty much perfect for me. But let's talk a little bit about the painting that I created today. This painting was super pleasing for me to create. I got the AirPod Maxes on sale. I know they're pricey. They have definitely been a game changer as I work with my fiance in the same space. It's been nice, but he takes calls most of the day and I usually watch something when I'm painting. Otherwise, it's 8 hours of silence. And so I haven't really been able to play things out loud the way that I usually would when I would be working by myself. Unfortunately, all earbuds eventually start to hurt my ears, especially if I'm wearing them for like 8 hours plus, and they're tricky to put in because of my rook and tragus piercings. Also, usually over the ear headphones hurt my head after a while because I wear glasses. So I've never really found the perfect pain-free solution for earbuds or headphones. However, these are so comfortable. They're heavy and they do put a lot of pressure on my head, but not in a painful way. I was so skeptical if these were gonna work for me, and if they weren't, I was just gonna return them immediately. But I have been leaving these on my head while I'm taking a break, while I go downstairs to grab a glass of water, just like in those small breaks where I'm not listening to anything, just because they're so comfortable that taking them off and putting them back on is more work than just leaving them on my head. I've never experienced headphones as comfortable, and I hate that they are so nice, but I recommend them to you if you're also in the same position as me, very specific. So it was such a nice time painting with these on. It's nice to also have noise cancellation and to be able to watch YouTube and focus on my painting. I haven't been digitally painting either recently. If you've noticed my videos, a lot of them have been traditional art because digital painting really upsets my wrist, especially for how much I do it. I've been letting it heal and get better. So this is the first painting that I've made in a while while that I've truly loved. I'm trying to continue developing my style, and I think that this painting is one that pushes me in the right direction with my style. One of the reasons I love the color palette, I love the rendering and graphic shapes in it. The background is very simple, but I'm hoping to start incorporating more backgrounds into my pieces and to slowly diversify my paintings from just creating close-up portraits to more interesting scenes. I have also really been loving Clip Studio Paint, which is such a joy. I don't find that Credo works well on my MacBook, and Photoshop has been the bane of my existence. It's not fun for me to work with at all. So I am so excited to have a setup that I feel like is perfect for me. I mention all of this to hopefully give you inspiration if you're also struggling with some of the same things that I am, to show you what does work for me. And this is a unique combination of materials: my MacBook Pro, the AirPods Max, the Huion WH1409 version 2 tablet, and Clip Studio Paint. I'm so excited to continue painting and to have that joy be rekindled. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and this painting, and I hope that your view of this painting is not tainted by who it seemingly resembles. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.